precise moment of the presidential race, I think it's important to read the letter of the President Biden. So let's start with it. I want you to know that despite all the speculation in the press and elsewhere, and of course, he means in his own party, I am firmly committed to staying in this race, to running this race to the end, and to beating Donald Trump. So, this fact is clear. And in the next few lines, we can read the question of how to move forward has been well aired for over a week now, and it's time for it to end. We have one job, and that is to beat Donald Trump. We have 42 days to the Democratic Convention and 119 days to the general election. Any weakening of resolve or lack of clarity about the task ahead only helps Trump and hurts us. So this is the conclusion of the President Biden in order to fix some problems about his job, his task, and of course, his role in this race. So, it's important to see his psychology about all that, because I think many people are really unfair with him, and we are always talking about his health, his mental ability, his capacity to do something. I think that we can see it. So the problem is not this. Of course, we use this framework which has been created in the race and not in this one, in the previous one. And we already know the result of that. So when we try to use again and again the same argumentation about the President Biden, I think that it's a way to prove that there is nothing else to do. So for me, the real problem is the choice. Does anyone of all this stuff has another choice? Because we can say, oh, you should give up this race. You should do something else. You should put someone else. Okay, but who? So it's not so important to speak about the same problem. The important is to find a solution, and this solution is, of course, the same choice, the same president for the same party. So the problem is quite different. If we really want to see something new, we have to create it, but not to wait about that, because the solution is not something which is different of the reality. We have to talk about the reality of this race, of this task, and this role. That's all.